Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Meesh and Jay. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Look, if you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are true here, you already know what to do. Get your smokes, get your drinks to make sure you've like, comment, and subscribe because your ass should already be
subscribed.
Subscribe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little stuttering today, okay? Stuttering today, no worry. Anyway, we here. We back and we black. We got some real conversation today going on because you know the DNC just had their convention.
Yep. Right? And I decided, look, yesterday I came home. Usually I get on my PlayStation, play that. But I said, nope, today I'm going to watch this DNC.
There you go.
Because day one already went past. I didn't see that.
Okay.
Day two came. I said, let me check it out. So I just, got there, watched the jump. I'm like, man, they really did it up. I mean, I caught it exactly when Georgia hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I missed the other states unless I wasn't paying attention. But it was a party.
I believe it. I was seeing clips of it, y'all. I didn't really get to see the whole thing. But I did see clips. I saw Michelle Obama speak. I saw Obama speak. I saw Kamala's intro. And I did see a little bit of the roll call part. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I did see some things. Not a lot of things. But I did see some things.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't watch the DNC and RN, the RN.
Yeah, the RN, because I didn't watch the RN. I didn't watch the RN.
I mean, I'm not
like that.
I knew it. I heard it was dry as ever, but they do what they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I heard like the DNC, that joint usually be dry too, and they just switched it up.
They cranked it
but
up.
They looked like to me they cater more to the younger crowd, and
for sure.
And it's mixed people, not just white, black. You got. The Hawaiians, you got your Puerto Ricans, you got
a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, a little bit of everybody that it was catering to. Mm-hmm. And it was really good. I saw the passion in the people with I saw Spike Lee was sitting there for New York. My man Bunk from The Wire was holding down Louisiana. They had Wes Moore was doing this thing with Maryland. Your girl, what's her name? What's our girl DC? The mayor in D.C.
Oh,
Muriel Bowser.
Muriel Bowser. Muriel.
Yeah, Muriel.
Muriel.
She was holding it down for the district. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very passionate. It was nice to watch all the states that I usually can care less about.
Yeah.
The people in the states that they talked about their state and how passionate they was about it and who they wanted to be president of the United States, the next president.
Absolutely. And rightfully so. I think they did a really good job. I think Michelle Obama's speech was outstanding. As usual, I think the Obamas are really excellent. Their whole term.
Most definitely.
Every time he got up there, he represented well. He spoke well. They were able to speak eloquently to the point where, people are very, very much so revved up and inspired.
It's like when Obama talked. Barack B.O.
Yeah.
When he talks, everybody listens.
That's right. Everybody stops. They listens. They respects him. Mm-hmm. I mean, so rightfully so. Of course, he got in. I think people, I ain't even gonna lie, Michelle's speech was so good. People was like, look, why ain't Michelle on this ticket? Okay?
Yeah. Right.
Why ain't Michelle up here? We need her. Mm-hmm. We need her. But I heard her preaching hope, or not I wouldn't say preaching, not preaching. Her speech was about hope. And for me, I could say that I think that that's great. Give people hope, understanding. I think that we need more than hope. We do. But I do like that. It's giving people hope that we have a brighter future, because the democracy, the Democrats, they're about moving forward, because and they're, of course, looking at the Republicans and, talking about Project 25 coming up. They're all like, oh, make America great again. So then it's like moving backwards. Mm-hmm. Going to a time in America that is a little less appealing than what it is today. To the youth, at least, too. Because the youth don't know nothing about.
No, what happened way back then.
You know what I'm saying? So,
don't know nothing about
that.
So
I can say that, far as the Democrats are concerned, they are definitely doing a great job appealing to the youth, especially when Kamala had her, that was her convention that Meg Thee Stallion was performing at.
Who? Oh, yeah, Kamala's. Yeah,
Kamala. I think that was her convention or her
rally.
Rally. That's right. Kamala's rally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they are doing well with like trying to like appeal to the youth and get the youth on board.
The vote.
Yeah. With not just the youth, but of course that's what we're going to end up going to conversation because they're definitely doing well with trying to get the black vote too. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But shouts out to. I mean, they did good.
I mean, you gotta look at it when we talk about youth. Just say Trump gets in, right? He's 78 years old. Mm-hmm. He gets in. He's done for. The next president of the United States is probably going to be 50, 40 years old. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're going to have to appeal to the youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't going to be no more old. And I think they're going to go away with that. Like with Biden. Like Biden had to step away. He was too old.
Yeah.
And I think people don't want that. They want people to be able to appeal to the people. And we got so many youngins coming up behind us.
Yeah.
To make them understand, hey, this is the new wave. This the new thing.
Yeah.
Change. It's going to be changed regardless. It ain't nothing going to be like the 80s. Yeah. It's nothing going to be like the 70s. It's not going to be like 1991.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, it's definitely different now. Because I'm going to tell you, having a female rapper twerk on stage is definitely would have never happened 15 years ago.
Hell no.
15 years ago would have never went down. So we know we're in a different day and age and a different time where people are looking at things differently. And of course, the people who were a part of that era of being, stiff and, not worried about how loose or women twerking and all of that, they're not even really paying, not everybody, I can't speak for everybody, but paying that much attention to the campaigning and how they're campaigning now, put it that way.
Right.
And what they're doing to try to achieve the votes. You know what I'm saying? Because even on both sides, they're kind of looking sketchy. You know what I'm saying? Like just a little bit. Like even with Trump's side, like how he went on Aiden Ross, that streamers thing. It's like Aiden is so much younger than him. Like, and so in his way, he's trying to like appeal to the youth as well because he's going on.
But I understand. But come on now, you're 78.
Yeah, like, I know. Like how
the youth don't give a damn about you, and you don't know nothing unless somebody tell you what it is.
Facts.
Because I barely keeping up with the youth, and I'm in my 40s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So how a 78-year-old gonna be able to keep up with the youth?
Yeah, I mean they got a whole new lingo they done threw out there now through TikTok. So yeah, we're trying to catch. Remember in our last episode, if y'all ain't seen our last episode about Sexy Red and her STD symptom lip color line. We spoke a lot about being demure, okay? Now, although it's not a new word, the youngins are using it, okay? I feel like anybody who's been reading a book, who has read books, as long as I have, because I read a lot of books, I knew what demure was back in the day. So I'm not understanding why it's so popular now, but hey, it's a new day and age. So the youth are the future. They are the ones that they're trying to appeal to. And the way the Democrats are looking, I feel like they have a great shot.
Yeah.
I mean, the turn up was real.
Yeah. It was. I mean, they did their thing.
Yeah.
But hey, it's up to Kamala when she comes off her rally, because she was rallying in Wisconsin. And I think she speaks not tonight, but tomorrow.
Okay.
And she going to have to do a damn good job. Mm-hmm. Because Michelle went up there, showed out. Barack showed out. And you gotta go up there and act presidential. You can't. We know you want to appeal to the youth, but you can't go up there slinging around hip hop terms and all that stuff like that. That ain't gonna get you no votes.
And calm the cackling down too, because they calling her cackling Kamala. I don't think that's cute. So they need to just calm the cackling down and really be, because Michelle killed it. I'm not even gonna lie. Mm-hmm. And I've been torn through this whole thing, and I ain't gonna lie. When I saw Michelle speak, I was like, oh. Damn.
Yeah, right. See?
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. We need something. But look, okay, so I ain't seen much of a convention, so we ain't gonna stay on that too long, but I do want to go into, for real, what I really wanted to discuss today, which is this feud between, well, it's not really a feud, but I think Dr. Umar had a few things to say to Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey has definitely been pivotal in pushing the Democratic trying to get black folk on the side of the Democratic. They have to get the swayers on board. So he spoke on some things about how he's going to, make sure to try to get Kamala in at all costs. So
is he a big money giver?
Who, Steve?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. But only reason why I bring this up is because it's a little bit of bribery talk. Because this episode is a little bit about bribery, so we're gonna discuss it. Let's go into. I'm gonna play this now because I don't want time to get away from us. So let's get it. There it is. Hold on.
All right, so here we go. Dr. Umar Johnson took to Instagram last Thursday to be exact. He said he was offered $10,000 to do an interview with Vice President Kamala Harris and went on to say that he believes other celebrities are being paid to support Vice President Kamala for her bid for the White House, right? Umar specifically called you out, Steve. He called out Rickey Smiley. He claimed that both of you were paid to support Kamala Harris's campaign. Here's what he said.
But if we're going to be honest, Steve Harvey and Rickey Smiley, and I love you both, no hate to my big brothers, but if we're going to be honest, Rickey Smiley and Steve Harvey, y'all only carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Can we please be honest? Can we? See, I want y'all to understand, overstand, and understand what King Kong is talking about. Y'all carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Kamala Harris and the Democratic plantation is paying you celebrities, paying you to shame black people into voting. Y'all know we're not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we're not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we're not going to get nothing out of the vote. But they being paid, y'all being bought. They offered me $10K for an interview with Kamala Harris. I don't want your money, but we can definitely do the interview.
Well, first of all, we're going to have her on her again, or how many other times it's needed to get her into office. Brother Umar, let me say this, man. I absolutely love some of the things you say. I really, really do, man. Some of the stuff I don't always agree with, but ain't nobody got to agree with everything I say. But let me clear the air on something.
Please.
You can't hire Steve Harvey for $10,000 to do nothing.
Yes, thanks.
Let me just lay that out the way. I
I
don't know where you got that number from.
Yeah,
But you can't offer Steve Harvey $10,000 to do nothing. No, you can go through the industry and ask about me. Bro, let me tell you something. Omar, let me tell you something, man. And there ain't no hate here at all, cause I like some of the work he does. I really do.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I don't do nothing. Nothing.
So Steve, though, basically he's definitely defending, but
why that lady sound like Wendy Williams?
that ain't Wendy Williams though.
I know what she sound like.
Yeah, but no, she do. Yeah, that's Cheryl. I think that's Cheryl Strawberry, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Strawberry Letter?
Strawberry. Strawberry Letter. Yeah,
Okay.
That was a whole mess. All right. Y'all, I forgot to tell y'all. Make sure y'all sub right now. We need 500 subs, okay?
500. We right there, too.
We right there. We creeping right on. So please, if y'all feeling us so far, please, come on. Click, 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 right? So here's the only... I understand, because one, here's the thing about Dr. Umar. Love him to death. But dude, you not Steve Harvey. That's number one. Of course... But I think my criticism for Steve Harvey is that wasn't the real answer back toward Dr. Umar. It was just more like so what did they offer you? If they offered him something, if that's even true, because we don't know that that's true. He might have came up threw that out there. You feel me? But let's say it is true. Steve Harvey he had to be offered more, even if it wasn't to him. It could have been to his radio station, his podcast, whatever he has to help out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I think he didn't really answer that. But also with Dr. Umar, I don't know why he felt the need to even insert himself in that. But I think the point I feel like he's really trying to make is that he don't feel Steve Harvey care enough about black people. And so therefore he's going to just sell us out to the Democrats just because he said this is what he said. He said about Kamala. He said he gonna ask her easy questions on his show. He gonna lob her the ball, let her alley-oop it because he just want her in. So my question is, should we let her get off that easy with just sliding up in there and not saying what she gonna do or not do?
Well, first of all, Stephen A. Smith got on. Did you hear what he had to say? He went on Kamala, and mind you, he did say he was going to vote for Kamala, but he went on his little rant on his podcast saying, Kamala, where you at? Right. We don't see you getting on nobody's podcast or nobody's thing answering the questions that we need to ask you.
Right. And
he went on her. You know what I mean? And that's kind of probably why they, Probably, because she was on the Steve Harvey show, but he said he not going to ask her no hard questions. And I feel like, that's an insult to her. Like, I feel like if I was running, and I would want to prove that I was worthy of the job, not just some DEI hire, as they keep trying to call her, a diversity, equity, inclusion person, meaning that she's black and they need her. Is that the reason why she's vice president? Is that reason? That's she's vice president now. That is what they're saying. They're saying that as she became a vice president because she was a DEI. Think about who was president first: Obama and Michelle was his wife. So they wanted to keep some type of the diversity, equity, and inclusion involved. The issue is that a lot of people are seeing that when the Obamas were in, and yet again, guess what? I'm LGBT, so clearly in my mindset, I should say, oh yeah, the Obamas did a lot because they brought gay marriage in. That's it though. I mean, I don't know what else happened. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's a lot of people's concern. Not that I'm against. I've always voted Democrat. I voted for Biden. So that's not the issue. It's just that our thing is, if y'all can have an Asian bill, crime bill, if y'all can have trans bathroom and y'all can do all this stuff just for trans people, then those are the questions that need to be asked. What plan do you have in the play for black people? Yeah, well, I think it's coming. I think it's coming. Yeah. And maybe she ain't out there right now for answering these questions because really she had to wait until this DNC to be like, even though we're saying, all right, Biden gave the thing to her. Yeah. That didn't make her the official. She's not the official candidate. Oh, she is now. She is now. Yeah, she is now. The DNC made it. Right. But she had to wait till that. She had to wait till the DNC in order to be the official. Right. The official. Yeah. So anything before that, we don't know. Right. People can change their mind. Right. But anyway, now that she's official and she get up there and do her little speech, then from here on you got then they're gonna start. She's gonna have to start going on the show. Yeah, because don't they have another debate coming? They got a debate coming. Correct, so you got the debate right after that. And then she could start going to these Stephen A. Smiths or the Steve Harvey or Umar, whoever out there that need to ask the hard questions. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or get fucking Shannon fucking Smith. Right. I mean, Shannon Sharp. Going at, I'm sure he ain't gonna hold it back. Shannon definitely. He ain't gonna hold back. I would love to see her on Shannon Sharp. There you go. I would love to see her on Shannon Sharp. I want to see a challenge. That's what I want to see. And people like Steve Harvey, don't get me wrong. He cool and everything, but for him to just sit there and say, I'm not going to ask her the hard questions and I'm gonna just lob her it too because we just don't care. That's not fair because guess what? You privileged, dude. That's the thing. You're privileged. You have the money. He's not middle class or low class. He's high class. Yeah. He got money. But end all be all, nobody's gonna care to watch that. And nobody's gonna kick because she's still he ain't the end all be all. Right, of course. You know what I mean? So even if he do have his little punk ass little session with her, that shit ain't gonna matter because she still got other joints coming up after that. And they might hammer her ass. You know what I mean? And they might. And I want to see her actually answer. Not that it matters because yet again for me, I mean I've always been a Democrat. It's just not. I've always voted that because guess what other choice do I have? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm an independent, but what other choice? You see what I'm saying? It ain't no independent person running. Exactly, there's no independent person running. So what choice, are we left with? But what I want to say is I do want to see that. I don't want us to have another
Democrat get in, and then it's really just 4 years wasted time, at least for us. Because there's a lot of things that we are really concerned about, like gentrification. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Let our neighborhoods get built up. Why can't everybody shit look good? Why we got to just get kicked out of our neighborhoods? Mm-hmm. Y'all building up for another demographic that can afford these places. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So there's things that need to be discussed. So that's how I look at it. But I like where they're going. I think appealing to the youth is important. They are the future. Clearly. That's why Sexy Red is clearly appealing to the youth as much as she can, as possible. Mm-hmm. We have a challenge here. So we need people to really buckle down and focus and do the right thing for the youth. Make sure that we have a better future for the youth. That's another thing.
But the crazy thing, Sexy Red, she loves that Republican Party.
No, that's a rapper's thing though. Rappers,
because they money. It's the money.
That's a rapper's
It's
thing.
all about the money.
Yeah, even Lil Wayne on the board with them. Kanye on board with them.
It's all about that money. They got if the money on that side. That's what they care about.
Yeah, that's where the money reside. Where that money reside. Okay. But speaking of money, because we're gonna have to transfer because we don't got that long. We need to speak on. So we ain't talking about who to vote for. We just wanted to have that quick discussion about the DNC and about what happened between Umar and Steve. Mm-hmm. See, they're gonna work that out. They're grown ass men. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I feel like he had a point. Umar had a point. I don't really like what Steve Harvey, how he responded to that. But hey, we'll see. We'll see how things go. But on the other end, we were talking about bribery because we're talking about the Democratic Party bribing black people with money. But now we jumping into Trayon White, the 8th Ward Councilman who has recently been busted for bribery.
Washington, D.C.
In Washington,
Southeast.
D.C. Southeast.
And the Costa area.
Yeah. So he initially has been unfortunately arrested for bribery. He got caught up on $156,000 in bribes. And I think they bribed him to pressure the city workers to renew certain contracts in regards to violence intervention programs in DC, which are really needed.
Yeah.
Because it is crazy in the District of Columbia, y'all, with the violence. The gun violence is terrible. But what I can say positive before we jump into like just going in on him and what decisions he made, I want to say that a lot of people said they like him. Yeah. I've seen an overwhelming amount of people in DC saying they really did like him. They said he was visiting funerals.
Oh, most definitely.
He was visiting people in jail, supporting them when they was going through things. Is his name?
I mean, they said he's Mayor Marion Barry for life.
Yeah.
Protege, and he was running everything kind of like how Marion Barry was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure the kids got jobs. Make sure kids off the street, and it was always for the youth, making sure the youth was straight, making sure that Ward 8 area was, because that's the hardest part of DC right there. Ward 8. That's where the hood. And they kind of fixing it up a little bit over there. They trying to swoop in and gentrify.
Yep.
We see y'all. Yep. We see what y'all doing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But Trayon, he's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man over there, Ward 8. And it definitely shocked the hell out of me when I seen it.
Yeah.
And I knew exactly what it was all about when I seen it. Like, he got arrested. And I was like, no.
So there was a man who got caught up, right? You said there was an informant.
Hit somebody he knew.
He got caught up, but in order to get out of trouble, he named Trayon.
Right.
And so therefore he didn't know he was under investigation. So they had like literally him in the car. They had text and then showing him with the envelopes full of money and all this. But here's my thing. A lot of this makes me feel like that it comes with the job. Like, this is just what they be doing. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not saying what he did was right, because I feel like when you one of us, we have to work harder as black people, as African Americans. And when we trying to be great, and he was one of us, he our home. You know what I'm saying? He's home team.
Yeah.
And when you trying to be great like that, you can't mess up. You got to work 10 times harder. You got to be 10 times cleaner than any other skin counterpart. Okay? And that's where he messed up at. That's exactly where he messed up at. But I can't deny that he probably was not the only person.
No, most
he
definitely.
know he wasn't the only person in the organization taking bribes.
Yeah.
Because that's just one part of the government.
That's what they do.
Yeah. They do that in order to extend the contracts, and for violence prevention, they will cut that. They will cut it. If they feel like it ain't necessary, I can let them kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let them niggas kill each other. I'm just saying they will. But you got somebody in there who fighting to make sure that we can have a cleaner DC, a cleaner. You know what I'm saying? And now this. You feel me? Like, I don't know. It just, it feels a little iffy to me.
Yeah, it was rather heartbreaking for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that money, man, it's the root of all evil, man. And come on. Trayon should have known better.
Yeah. I think he should have covered his tracks. I don't know how he would have done it, because I'm guessing he don't know he would have get caught, because you got to think about it. When you involved in things like that, you know other people who doing it too. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And they ain't been caught.
And when they had they had the FBI involved, I knew it was like some truth behind whatever the hell it was. Because FBI ain't gonna be coming to lock you up just because they felt like it. They not doing it. They've been watching for a while, and they swooped in when they was ready to swoop in, just like they did our mayor, Marion Barry.
Yep. And they said it was another person too who was a councilman or something prior back, and they said he resigned before he got in trouble. But Trayon is facing 15 years. 15 bucks. That's on that movie. He facing 15 years, dog.
I wish him luck, man.
I do. I
don't think he'll serve the 15.
You don't think so? You think maybe they're gonna get a little community service?
Yeah, that's a lot more risk.
Maybe he won't
because he done a lot. He done a lot for the community.
You think
he can still shit.
You think he still?
Man, Barry got locked up, got out there. He still was murdered. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, ran again, won. Yeah. Yeah.
I was a youth. I was young back then.
Yeah. He'll be all right, man. He done a lot for the community. See, he got all that stuff he done for the community, the youth and all that, to back him up. You know what I mean? And if he can, prove that it wasn't spiteful, that what he was trying to do with that money.
It doesn't sound spiteful, because they said he was strong arming violence. He was strong arming people to get to extend contracts for violence prevention.
Right.
Programs. It just sounds so much like he did what he had to do, because he knows they will cut those programs. Those are predominant. You know how many. It probably was nothing but African American children behind and using those programs. Even they said they shut down a whole program that had to do with homelessness. It's the part where the money is stolen. Right. That's what they're concerned about. Yeah. They could care less. About
that little bit of money. Yeah.
Yeah. They just cared that money was stolen. But they say he did take some trips though. They say he went to Dominican Republic and he went to Vegas, they claim. So they say he was having a little fun.
Off that money?
Off some of the money.
Yeah, well, that's where he messed up at.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If it was just solely about the kids, then maybe they could see.
See, I ain't know all that.
Yeah.
So as a case, they'll probably give him 2 years max, then supervised probation.
Yeah.
That's about it. He not getting no 415. Nah, he's not doing that. People love him, and the people love him. I'm sure everybody gonna have their back. Have his back.
Yeah.
I'm
sure there'll be people there who gonna say, "Hey, this is what he did for me." Because I heard an overwhelming amount of people saying, "Hey, damn, man, I was surprised." They said I really liked him. So
everybody loves him.
Yeah.
I ain't never really heard a bad thing about the man.
Me neither. So I feel like he was doing what he had to do for a reason. So hopefully that reason comes out, and hopefully the judge, or whomever, has some mercy on him and don't give him 15 years for trying to do a good thing, even though he had to. But hey, guess what? The other skin do it all the time. That's what you need to know.
Oh, most definitely.
They do it all the time.
And get away with it, too.
Get away with it. I'm not saying crime is right. What I'm saying is there's a certain demographic of people who do it and get away with it for years. Rich, got nothing but houses in the switch out, foreign bank accounts from being shady. Just saying. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. But look, we running out of time though. So look, please sub if you stay with us. All right, I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro Jay. We need 500, y'all. Peace.